I'm going to do 3 things really quickly. The first is I'm going to give this div a class of logo so I can make it look a little nicer. And I'm going to do a couple other things just to make this look a little bit nicer. I'm going to go into my style.css, and I'm going to tell the logo to display flex, so these are right next to each other. And then I'm going to tell the nav bar to position them as far away from each other as possible. That's going to look like this. Inside the style.css, I'm going to go up here to the nav bar. I'm going to say display flex, justify content, space between, and then I'm going to say .navbar.logo, display flex. I think that's really all I need to do for the time being. That should fix most of my problems. So all I did is I went into the navbar. I told it to justify content space between so that it takes both of the items and it moves them as far away from each other as humanly possible. Then I said, hey, all of the things with the class of logo inside the class of navbar, make them display flex also so they line up left and right. I'm also going to give this a little padding left of like 20 pixels and padding right of 20 pixels so that it has a little spacing on either side too. And if you do that, I think this should look nice. Let's find out. Refresh. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice enough. Yeah, here, let me give you all the code. Now, once that is all set up, we have the image loaded up here. We know our user's logged in. We have their information. It looks pretty nice. We probably want to display some stuff here for the feed, but we'll wait to do that for later. Once we have this set up, let's just make sure the user can also sign it out. I'm going to do this really simply, but we're going to make this nicer in a future video. I'm just going to put a big old button in the middle of the page here that says sign out, and I'm going to say on click equals run the function called sign user out. Just like that. In the main, it's the only thing in the main right now. We're going to make this look nicer later, but just for the time being, just to show you how it would work to sign a user out. Is that cool? Now, once you've done that, once you've created that button with the on click called sign user out, we need a function that signs the user out. So we're going to create a function called sign user out, and all we're going to do is we're going to sign the user out, and we're going to redirect them back to the login page once they sign out. Make sense? What's that? Oh, no, thank you. I'm okay. I'm very okay. So all you're going to do here is you're going to make a function called sign user out, like this. I'm back in the feed.js file right now. I'm going to say function sign user out, like this. Now, what should this function do? Well, I actually don't know, so I'm going to go to my Firebase docs again. Oh, this is still loading? Okay, cool. Oh, nice. So I'm going to click go to docs, and I'm going to command click it so it opens in a new screen, or a new tab or whatever. And I'm going to go to the Get Started for Web and find the authentication. Authentication, here it is. And authentication should have a place to sign users out. Let's see. Sign in. Maybe just in manage users. I actually don't even know. Let's see. Scroll down. Okay. This looks interesting. Get a user's profile. Set a user's email address. Send them a verification email, set their password, reset, delete a user, re-authenticate a user. Oh, it doesn't even tell me. Great. I feel like that's, what's up? It's in Google Sign-In? Okay, cool, let's look there. Google Sign-In. Oh, at the bottom? Amazing. Thank you for finding that for me. So at the very bottom, oh, beautiful. It says firebase.auth.signout. That's actually super simple. So I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to go back to my code, and I'm going to paste this in here. Firebase.auth.signout. Then run a function that console.logs user signed out And if there's an error, I'm going to console.log the error, and console.log couldn't sign user out. Could not sign user out for some reason. I also want to make sure that once the user signed out, I redirect them back to the login page, to the index.html, by saying window.location.href equals index.html. And we are done, hopefully. I actually don't know for sure because we haven't tested it yet, but that seems like it should work. Let's save it. And I'm going to let you copy this down real quick. Now to make sure it works, we head back to our feed.js or feed.html, and I click refresh, and there's a sign out button there, and I click it, and it should sign me out and take me back to the index.html. And then I can sign in again. It'll authenticate me. Great. Take me back to the feed.html, and then I can sign out again. And so on and so forth. We now have a fully functional working application. I feel pretty good about this. In the next little section, we'll start actually saving information about the user. Like if they want to post tweets or something on their story or send out snaps or Instagram pictures or whatever. This should be good to go.